My name's Alicia Johnson. I've been clean for 2 years, 1 month, and 13 days.
People desperately need to know you're doing something about it. You're in recovery. You're proud of the hard work you're doing. You're accomplishing one of the hardest things there is to do on this planet as a human being. You're recovering from a serious addiction to something. It's not easy. It's like making yourself uninsane. Imagine how hard that is, that idea. How do you cure insanity? But in this case, it's doable if you do it right.
It's kind of a party. I always hung out with the people that were older, and it started as like a fun thing and just progressed into more once I met the father of my son.
The next binge or the next bid might take my life, and you're sick, so sick to death, and you've burnt every bridge, you've squandered every dollar, nobody trusts you. It's miserable. It destroys your morale, it destroys your self-esteem. You start looking at yourself, you don't know how to feel.
The thing that was really around was heroin, and at that point I was addicted, but I had no idea that that's why I was sick and I couldn't live without it or whatever.
When you hear somebody is an addict, the first thing you think of is they made poor choices and they need to live with the consequences. But the fact is that addicts are their sons, their daughters, some are mothers and some are fathers, their brothers and sisters. They're real people, and yeah, granted, they may have made some bad choices, but at the same time, they made a choice to try to do the right thing. And without this type of facility, it's going to be that much more difficult for them to be successful.
We were actually on the run from the police for stealing checks from his mother and cashing them and using the money for drugs. And we broke into one of my friend's house to steal a bunch of his stuff, and we sold it and eventually got caught. We made up a lot of crazy stuff. We told his mom that I was kidnapped by the drug dealer and we had to give him $500 to get me back, and just continuously told her lies and stories.
Recovery is not just about staying clean and not using whatever they're addicted to again. It's also about doing the right thing, living their life with integrity, being honest, attending all their meetings, being on time. When they do go to job interviews, that they're dressed accordingly, they look good. Oftentimes we try to coach people on how they should address not only their job interviews, but making sure they attend all their required DSS meetings, any therapies they need to go to, any group meetings that they're required to attend. We try to make sure that that's possible. And the Crossroads offers transportation. We use a volunteer who helps us with that. So we're trying to do more than just provide a safe, sober place to live, also some life skills that help them to be more successful in their recovery.
There are still places that I can't go because I'm just not comfortable getting the memories when I go there. It's just not worth it. You can lose your life. I've seen so many people, just in the last 6 months, there's been 12 overdoses, 2 fatal, 2 of which were my friends, that died in the same week, the same 3 days. So it's not just your disease, it's everybody around you. Your family's dealing with it. Your kids, if you have children, they're without you. They see you the way that you are.
I founded a movement called Clean is the New Dirty. It's a movement for sobriety. It's multifaceted. It's got a lot of different principles that are designed to improve the quality of life in any community. We work on things like youth involvement. Prevention is really big. Peer mentoring, having volunteers who've done it and been through it, help other people who are new to recovery, help them make it through those early stages that are so fraught with relapse, and just find ways to allow the public to see recovery, prevention, and awareness in as many places as we can make it seen. And this right here is an example of one of our hoodies. Here's the kit. It's got a t-shirt, we got a coffee mug, all this stuff has the logo. We got a couple of bracelets in there, like 4 pens. This right here is the first article we got in the media. Local man launches movement for sobriety. And there's an article in there that briefly describes some of the principles of what we're doing behind, you know, advertising sobriety.
Thank you. Being a single mom is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Ow. That wasn't nice.
Even if you're having a great day, if they're having a bad day, that makes you have a bad day. And unless you're on a good path in your recovery, those could be things that make you want to use. I didn't get any sleep last night and I'm so exhausted. For me, I deal with that. It's okay, but there are some people that, you know, or even if you're still just early in your recovery, it's exhausting. It's hard, you know. I feel like it's even more hard because I'm in recovery, dealing with not only my own life, but somebody else's, and making sure that I'm doing what I need to do for myself to stay clean and to stay on the path that I'm on. But he saved my life. I wouldn't be where I am without him. I had to learn that. I had to do it for me before I did it for him. But he is a lot of the reason I even took the chance to save my life.
The way I got clean was not wanting to die. And now that I've chosen the path of recovery, I'm, as of this minute, 2 years, 3 months, and 4 days clean. Now that you've chosen the path of recovery, where are you at now?